Okay, let's keep on with the list. 82 is The Box. Okay, so very interesting plot, very original. So there's this box with a button, which if you press it, then you get $1 million, but somewhere, you don't know who, somebody dies, but you don't know who it is. So it's kind of like a lesson in morality. Should you press the button? You know? Um and then I think because they're like having serious financial troubles, this couple is, and it's just a very thought-provoking, thrilling, interesting kind of movie. It presents this ethical dilemma, and but they don't know who dies. But then things might catch up to them, and I don't know how to else describe it. Like it's a very original movie, very good, very well written, keeps you on your toes the whole time, and it lands at 82, which is pretty high. One of the greatest movies of all time. Next, 81 is a movie called Crimson Tide. Okay, Denzel Washington, again, great actor, does a great job. This movie is good because the stakes are so high. Like basically, they're aboard a U.S. Nuclear submarine with lots of tactical nukes that could practically end the world, and they're cut off with communication from the surface, and they don't know should they launch, should they not launch. They're the main captain of the boat is Gene Hackman, the late Gene Hackman, who just passed. Great, great, great actor, and he's in charge and he wants to launch the missiles, but Denzel's there, and I don't know. It's just great, great, great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's very intellectual. There's a moral conflict between two people, and you know, if they do launch the missiles and they take out the targets in Russia, then the Russian targets take out the U.S. and it's the end of the world. So what should they do? And it just becomes more and more interesting, and highly recommended. And the captain has a cute little dog. I don't know why that's cool, but kind of makes sense, right? Got this. Anyways, let's move on. 80 is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay, so it's kind of like pretty entertaining. It's I think based off like a book series or something. It's kind of a little bit lighthearted, but it's science fiction, and this guy is like he goes on this journey through space because he's like rescued and all these things happen. And honestly, I don't even remember everything about the movie. I just remember it was hella entertaining, and parts of it are hilarious, parts of it are absurd, some of it's scary. um what else can I say about that? I don't even remember this movie too well. I just know it's damn entertaining. Okay. So anyways, I think they took all of the elements of the book series, scrunched it into one movie, and they scored. Okay. All right. Okay, let's move on. 79, we're getting to better and better movies. The Lost Boys. So before there was Twilight, there was The Lost Boys. By the way, all these movies, little bit older. You have to understand there was a golden age of Hollywood. Okay, before the movies of today. So today's movies are good, but you have to go through like 20 movies to find that one gem, and it takes a long time. And I listen to people what they think is a good movie, and then I watch it. But like, it's like that's a lot of watching until finding something good. Now, in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, you had very creative uh, plots and ideas, and I don't know, it was very interesting. And Lost Boys is the beginning of the vampire craze where, these two brothers move into a new town. They get involved with the super cool kids. The super cool kids are kind of at the edge of being criminals. And then you find out they are so like wrong. Okay. they're going around killing people so they can drink their blood, and it builds up, and you don't know it right away, but it has great acting. Kiefer Sutherland is in it. It's kind of an 80s style movie, so it is a little bit older, but it's fun. It's a nostalgic kind of a movie. And The Lost Boys. Great, great, great movie. All right, so next we have 78, we have North Shore. This is the quintessential surfing movie, I would say. Um, Quintessential, like the It movie when it comes to surfing. And you don't have to surf, you don't have to know anything about surfing. I tried it maybe a couple of times. That's another video. But I don't know, it's just a great story. This guy moves from like this small town or something, goes to Hawaii's North Shore where all the waves are like much stronger, and he wants to become pro, and a lot of stuff happens, and it's kind of dicey when you surf in like an area where it's like the waves, okay, when the waves get a certain height and they're as high as the water level is to the ground, the wave breaks, right? And when it breaks, at least in this shore or most shores, it can break so hard. If it gets really high, it breaks so hard that you're risking your life if you fall, right? So you have to surf your way out of the wave. So it's kind of a big deal. Plus, there's a competition. Plus, there's, you know, emotions. You got the tough guy group, and he's just one guy, and has really good graphics. There's this point where this guy has this surfboard making company, has these graphics or the silhouette of this guy standing in front of a wave. Anyways, pretty awesome. But overall, great, great movie, great emotions, great interesting plot. Interesting how the guy teaches him surfing. Would I ever become a surfer? Probably not anymore, but it's a great movie nonetheless. Okay. Next is 77, The Edge, movie with Alec Baldwin, incredible actor, and Anthony Hopkins, incredible actor, and then some hot model, blonde model, and I don't remember her name, but she's hot. And so basically, what it is there's these guys, they're in a plane, it crashes in the Alaskan wilderness, and then they're like stalked by this bear, but they're trying to figure out how to get home. This is before you could just text people or I guess call people with your mobile phone. And it's just an intense survival story. But as they're surviving, you learn about the how the billionaire with his younger girlfriend, this guy is cheating on him, and then that guy dies, and I don't know. It's just well written. It's interesting. It builds up, and the billionaire guy is like well, he's a nice guy. He's like his heart's in the right place. And how do you survive by being a good guy? It's a great lesson. It's like very gripping, great story. Highly recommend.